again pulls him down. Ricky firing away on him. Outside, Ricky goes after him.
Drops down here, David.
Good drop kick. Bobby comes in, look out. Stand down. Ricky takes him. Oh, what's he gonna do?
It's Make-A-Wish. Oh!
World Championship Wrestling, bringing you great wrestling action sanctioned by the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance.
Welcome to World Championship Wrestling. David Crockett and Tony Schiavone. We've got a fantastic crowd, great wrestling matches.
Yep.
The Great American Bash, Miami, that's where it ends up. The dream date. Tony, it happened. Ric Flair, Precious, the dream date. We've tried to get a lot of people to talk about, but they really won't. But reluctantly, Precious has agreed to come out here. Maybe we can get her to talk about it.
Hopefully we can, but the dream date has happened. And also, fans, in Chicago, an eye injury to Road Warrior Animal. And because of the eye injury, he has asked for a Pacific match the next time the NWA comes to Chicago on August 16th. And that's going to be the biggest event in the history of Chicago and professional wrestling on August 16th as a result of that, David.
That is correct. You hear the chant, Nikita. You know why? Because United States heavyweight champion Lex Luger is standing over to the side.
The man who is still the U.S. heavyweight champion.
You know, Tony Schiavone, you hear the cheers. They're celebrating the look of a champion right here. Because Lex Luger has always had champion written all over his body. You know, my hat's off to Nikita Koloff. He was a fine champion. He's come out here, he's made no excuses. He hasn't faltered. He hasn't whined and cried. I see a little bit of old fire coming back in his eye. My advice to you, Nikita Koloff, is go back to what brought you. What I'm telling you is get back in the gym. You work your way up the ladder. You show me you're a viable contender for the U.S. Heavyweight Championship, and I'll give you your matches and I'll give you a shot at it. But you know, Tony Schiavone, when you talk about the whole ball of wax, you talk about the NWA, you hear the excitement. It's where the very best in wrestling competition is, and that's why Lex Luger, who can win his whole ticket wherever he wants to go, came to NWA. And when we talk about the best in competition, we've got to talk about the main man. The man who's done it all, the man who's still doing it, the American dream, Dusty Rhodes. You know, you go on about what the U.S. title does for you against the tension of a man like Dusty Rhodes. That gets me excited. That makes my adrenaline flow, because to be the very best, you gotta beat the best. So what I'm telling you, Dusty Rhodes, is this. Lex Luger's career is bigger than the both of us. Your name has been synonymous with wrestling. So will mine. Nikita was a stepping stone. He was chapter 1. Dusty Rhodes, I'm telling you on national TV right now, you will be chapter 2 in the storybook career of Lex Luger. What I'm saying, Dusty Rhodes, is this. We're talking not only wrestling, we're talking movies. There's not a body in professional wrestling even close to Lex Luger's. Take a close look at this face. There's no imperfections. There's no battle scars. Lex Luger is the most remarkable man in professional wrestling. But the bottom line is this. Lex Luger is the U.S. heavyweight champion, and you, the legend himself, has to beat me in the mat 1, 2, 3. And that's about as likely as a snowstorm in Honolulu, baby, because I'm the U.S. champion to stay.
The U.S. champion, Lex Luger. Let's go to the ring.
All right, in the ring, the 4 Horsemen. 2 of them, the World Television Champion Tully Blanchard, and the Enforcer, Arn Anderson.
A lot of 4s being held up in the stands also. Going up against Tommy Angel, Larry Stevens. David, the more we see of Arn and Tully, you know they're horsemen, and you know what type of wrestlers they are. They're also great as a tag team.
And you know they would love to have that World Tag Team title held by the Rock and Rolling. Oh, what a move! Tag team is now watch this man.
Now, the reason they'd love to have the World Tag Team titles should be another 2 belts for the Horsemen to strut around with.
Hey, they say they rule wrestling. Watch him, you can tell it. Arn Anderson shows no mercy whatsoever. Tully now, snapmare, takes him over. Stays with him. Doesn't even try to pin him. Grabs a knee. Right in the head. Throws him outside.
Stevens on the concrete, and this is where they're dangerous.
Back goes into the side of the ring. Arn goes back up. Teddy Long didn't see it. Whips him across. Right in the midsection, takes him down. Look at him. Oh, yes. Look at him now. Takes the face and starts rubbing it into the mat.
Not only that, keeping the action, and they're having the corner. Keeping their action their side of the ring, and they're so dangerous at that.
The more you think about it, Tony, you look at this teamwork, and like you said, they are a threat to the World Tag Team title with the Rock and Roll Express.
A major threat. And there are a lot of great tag teams out there also. It's Tommy Angel undergoing a lot of pain right now. Tully's at the point now. Arn's looking down. He's at the point to where he can just reach up and tag Arn if need be. That's called control in tag team wrestling.
If you control it, you win it. Angel trying to fight his way out. He should have made that tag, Tony. That's why he was gonna get him. These guys are too professional. They are too good. You cannot take chances with them. Tag is made. Here he goes. Up. Drops the elbow on him. Tagging in and out. Watch this. Gourd Buster. Double. Oh. No chance to recover on that. The sign of the 4 Horsemen. Victory. The confidence shows.
I know that July 31st on the mind of the Horsemen in the War Games in the Orange Bowl, but also those World Tag Team belt type of the Rock and Roll Express on the mind of these 2 men.
You know, Tony Schiavone, the Horsemen are the epitome of what professional wrestling is. The War Games, J.J. Dillon got hurt. The issue not settled. Rematch, Miami, Orange Bowl. It's going to be bigger and greater than the first day of the year. New Year's Day in the Orange Bowl Festival. But you know, you talk about the Horsemen in any combination. We've said it for now more than a couple years. Any combination is better than any other combination in professional wrestling. But you know, we've never really put our sights on the World's Tag Team Championship belts until now. Arn and myself have taken it upon ourselves to leave Rick and Lex do what they want. We're still the Horsemen, but Arn and I are gonna do the deed. So rock and roll, you know we're coming. We have been involved with a war with the superpowers and the Road Warriors that no normal man could withstand. Before the matches started, I said I didn't know if I was gonna come through it unscathed, unhurt. I didn't know if the rest of the Horsemen were. I didn't know if the superpowers, I didn't know if the Road Warriors were gonna come out unhurt, unscathed, maybe crippled. But the fact is, it's all come to a head in Miami. There was no decision in Atlanta. Nothing was settled. Miami, they've called the shot. Somebody's gonna get hurt. It's not gonna be J.J. Dillon this time. What it is, you painted yourself into a corner, so we're coming from you. Now, rock and roll, you're a team that's been down before, and you fought back. But the bottom line is, always always remember, nobody knows more about tag team wrestling than the Andersons and the Horsemen. I can guarantee you we'll be world champions. The Horsemen.
To the 4 Horsemen, and we're coming right back. Okay, here they are, the Rock and Roll Express. I know you heard from Tully and Arn just a minute ago.
You know, Tony, brother and I, we come here and we can say a lot of things, but we don't. Let me tell you something, Tully and Arn. What Joe Rowan's the WWE World Tag Team Champions. All you can do, Jack, you have to beat us to get it.
That's right, Tony, it says it all. They come here and talk about how bad they are and all the things they can do. But you see, Tully and Arn, there's nothing we can do to keep you from jumping on us. But there's a whole lot we can do that gets you off, Jack. You talk about all the things that you do going downtown. But brother and I can drink enough whiskey to float a battleship around. If we want to, brother, it's all over. All the fun part's over. We're down to it. If you want us, come and get it. Because we are the NWA World Tag Team Champions, brother. And that's going to be for a long time. We'll be waiting on you. Any of the Horsemen. Because, you know, the sad thing about it, Tony, is that we don't like you. And we will see you anywhere, any place, anytime. Because it's NWA style, Tony. Yeah!
Ricky and Robert, the Rock and Roll Express, go back to the ring.
Oh, and what do we have in the ring now? Barry Windham, the Western States Heritage Champion. Woo! Look at that.
All eyes on Barry Windham. Got a handshake from Alan Martin.
That's all he's going to get.
That's right. David, want to mention right here that there are many men after that title. Barry for so long was after a title himself, and now he becomes the hunted. Guys like Arn Anderson, Eddie Gilbert, many others around the country say they want that Western States Heritage title.
They're going to have a tough time getting this man. Good drop kick.
Fans, don't forget that wrestling continues all over the country. August 1st, the Superdome in New Orleans. That night, they're going to have a special match, David.
Yeah, double bull rope. Dusty and Dr. Death, Steve Williams.
That's right, against Dick Murdoch and Eddie Gilbert. That'll highlight that part of the Superdome.
It's going to be a hot August, a real hot August. Barry ties up with Blade Kick. He's what, 6'7", 6'8"?
Every bit of that, and you know, every bit of 6'7". He's so tall, but he's so quick and agile.
Oh, one hand! Good uppercut. Backs him in. Here he goes, whips him across. Elbow right in the chest. Barry takes his time coming over. He said, all right, wind him up. Oh, yes, the lariat. Puts him down on a mat with a pin. And he sort of stands over and surveys his victory. Look at him, they love this guy. Midnight Express with Jim Cornette, the United States Heavyweight Champions, Tag Team Champions.
You didn't have, right, David? You didn't have anything nice to say about anybody today.
Yeah, I do. I got a few nice things to say. My mother gave me this nice new tie. You see it? Don't you love this shade? My mother gave me this tie today. I'm real happy about that. I also got a few nice things to say. You see, I'm walking around just like a world-class marathon runner. My leg is perfect thanks to the brilliant expertise of the greatest orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine physician in Charlotte, North Carolina, Dr. Sam J. Oweda, who is a very talented physician and has an excellent bedside manner. And if it's one thing I like from the people I associate with, it's a good bedside manner.
He hadn't changed.
Mike
Rolls him up, has him down for the pin. Count of 2, though. Kicks out.
Yeah, Mike.
Good drop kick.
Alabama junior heavyweight champion. We can't forget that he's rated number 4 in the world as a junior heavyweight. But the only problem is he's junior heavyweight physically, and he's a junior heavyweight mentally. And pretty soon, beautiful Bobby's going to outsmart him. He's just playing with him here right now. We're the United States Tag Team Champions, and you know, this brings an interesting point. I said that the Freebirds, they're has-beens. They can't hack it anymore. All the people in Atlanta, yeah, they call this Bad Street. Have you seen the streets down here? They're the worst streets in the country. They're all tore up, ripped up. Of course it's Bad Street. But the Freebirds are has-beens. We've beaten the Garvin brothers like we owned them, like redheaded stepchildren. We can beat the Rock and Roll Express and are going to just as soon as we get the chance to get them in there with a decent referee. You know what I want to see, Tony Schiavone? You know what I want to see is my man, beautiful Bobby, takes care of Mike Jackson there, beating him up just like he owns him. I want all the people watching World Championship Wrestling. I want all the fans of the National Wrestling Alliance. I want all your fans, Tony Schiavone. I want all your fan, David Crockett. I want them all to write letters, write cards, make telephone calls. I want to see how many people want us to defend our United States Tag Team Championship against one of the greatest tag teams that there's ever been in life. And I'm talking about Randy and Bill Mulkey-Mania. Do you realize they are now rated the number 13 contenders for the U.S. Tag Team title?
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's a pretty good rating. And I want to see how many people want us to defend the United States Tag Team title on television against Mulkey-Mania with a 1-hour time limit, just so everybody can see a classic matchup between two top-rated teams, not the Freebirds, not the Garvins, not the Rock and Roll Express, not even the Superpowers. That Cro-Magnon man, that caveman, Nikita, that slope-headed idiot, he's lost that U.S. Tag Team, or U.S. Heavyweight title now. So yeah, I'm going to get it straight, David. Not as straight as your neck, it looks like a stack of dimes. He's lost the United States Heavyweight title now, so I guess he and Dusty Rhodes are going to want to come after the U.S. Tag Team title. Well, that ain't going to work either, brother, because we'll beat them just like we beat everybody else. Because look at these men. Can't nothing stop them. They're the best-looking team in sports. They're next month's Centerfold and Playgirl magazine. All the women are crazy over them, especially Sweet Stan. I want you to look at it right now. You know, Sweet Stan has been such an addition to our team. You remember back in the 50s and 60s, had those cars with those big, ugly fins on them? Well, that was the old days. Now everything's streamlined. Everything's shaped like a bullet. It's the 80s. Pretty soon it's going to be the 90s. Everything's fast and sleek and powerful and goes a long, long way, and that's exactly what Sweet Stan does. And beautiful Bobby, he's just very simply the greatest athlete that there's ever been in life, brother. He is the greatest thing that has ever stepped in a wrestling ring, and he can do things that no other man can do. So between the two of them, they got it all wrapped up, Tony. And I know that you and David, you can only wish that one of these days you could be like these men, good Christian athletes, a model for American youth. I'm in a good mood today. Look at that leg. Better never. Go ahead, kick me. I won't fall down.
He walked away awfully fast from you there, Dave.
Hey, he can be proud of this team. They are good. Watch him. Oh, golly. That's awful.
The Midnight Express, your winners.
That's what you call a double team. All right, we're back, and as you can see, we have Precious. Precious, first of all, I want to thank you for consenting to come out here and talk. I know it's hard for you, but really, thank you very much.
It's nice to be here, David, and I got to tell you, I did make it through in one piece, and I know everybody wants to know, so I just want to enlighten y'all on what happened to me on my dream date. First, a limousine came with that lecherous James J. Dillon in the back, and he took me to a beauty parlor to get my hair fixed for Ric Flair the way he likes it. Then he took me to get my nails done, and the whole time he's breathing over me, and he's such a creep, David. He's just such a creep. Next thing, they took me to a tanning parlor is what they called it, but it was the most bizarre place you can imagine. I had to get in the sunbed while he stood down there near the end watching me. And after all that was over, I really, really just needed a couple of minutes to myself. And I had to beg for that, but I did get a couple of minutes to myself. And, well...
What happened then?
Why don't we look at the film, and that way everybody can see, because I know everybody wants to know.
Well, it was taped, so let's take a look. Precious, thank you very much for coming down here.
You're welcome, thank you.
Let's take a look.
JJ, this is gonna be live, brother. Champ, what do you think, huh? We're supposed to let her out of your sight. Where is she? Oh, Champ, I picked her up. I didn't lose sight of her, but she's got a fire in her eye, boy. She's ready for you. She just wanted just 5 minutes to get, like, really special. What'd you think of the limousine and everything? Oh, everything was great. This is the way the Horsemen do it, right? Oh, this is it. Look. Is this live or what? Look at this. Oh, look. Oh, look at this. Black. Does she have any idea what she's in for? How do I look, babe? You're nervous. Just relax. You don't need to get nervous. You know what you need to do? You need to go out by the pool. You need to light yourself a cigar, get yourself a drink, and relax. Okay. Let me take care of everything. All right. Okay? Administrative director is yours. Everything. Take care of everything. Okay, you. I want you staying over in the corner. I don't want to hear a sound out of you. I want you hiding behind that curtain. I don't want them to even know that you're here. I'm paying you big bucks. I want you to do your job right. No matter what happens in here or how heavy it gets, you keep them cameras rolling. You let me worry about what we can show and what we can't show. Okay. Yeah, we'll have the dinner here. Dinner here, just right. Hold dinner for about an hour. Oh! Is this beautiful or what? Oh, look, did you check the water temperature? I checked it out, baby. 102 degrees, just right, not too much. Oh. She's gonna be beside herself. Look at the feast. I told him lots of grapes. Yeah. Oh. Is this it? Huh? 63, your favorite year? Grab the glasses. Oh, brother. Champ, everything's set, right? Okay. You've done it again, baby. I gotta ask you something. Name it. Been friends a long time, right? Forever. Never said no to anything I ever asked you? Never. Please let me stay. You'll never change. Come on. Where do you want to go? Stay in the closet. Of course. Shh. Oh, here she is. Oh, don't worry. Oh, precious! Just a minute, honey. Give me a second. Precious baby. Oh, they're gonna hurt for a minute. Champ! Precious! Hey, no. Hey, oh, wait a minute. Hey, wait. What? Oh. Please. Ah! Okay, he's over, pal. Give me the camera.
So there it is, fans, a dream date. As you saw it right here on Nationwide TV, Ric Flair had all the cameras rolling, and he saw exactly what happened. As you know and I know, a lot will be heard, I'm sure.
Hold up everything. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. What we have here is a restraining order signed by Circuit Judge Clement Bean in Missoula, Montana. You'll look at it. There's a signature, there's a seal, all perfectly legal. We will not be seeing any tape here on this show today. That's legal?
That's all in order.
No problem, right?
There is one problem.
What is the problem? There's nothing wrong with that. It's signed, it's been notarized, everything's right there.
The problem is we've already shown the tape right before the break.
You've already shown what tape?
The dream date.
You've shown the dream date
right
tape.
Before the break.
Who authorized to show the dream date tape? How much of it did you show?
We showed everything that was taped.
You showed the whole thing?
Yes, sir, we did.
Without my authorization? How am I going to explain this to the judge after all the trouble I went through?
I don't know. I didn't know we needed it.
How am I going to explain this to Ric Flair? I told him this was taken care of.
It came to the studios from Ric Flair, from you, saying to air this last week.
No, it didn't come from me to say to air it. It came from the judge. Not to air it is what I said.
Well, it's already
you haven't heard the last of this. Ric Flair's going to have something to say, and you better tell Mr. Garvin and Mr. Garvin and Miss Precious or whatever her name is that you haven't heard the last of us, because nobody embarrasses one of the Horsemen and Ric Flair, the World Heavyweight Champion in particular.
I'm sorry. Well, we all saw it. Injunction or not, let's go to the ring.
The World Tag Team Champions, The Rock and Roll Express, Ricky and Robert.
I tell you what, say what you want to do, but I guess
Poor man.
I guess some days it just doesn't pay to be a horseman, maybe.
Oh, good teamwork here. You talk about the Horsemen, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard. They're after that World Tag Team title.
David, how many people have gone after their belts before? And they keep bouncing back. They'll try to injure them. They'll try to put them out of wrestling. Still Ricky and Robert on top of the tag team scene.
Good backdrop. Tony, I still have the expression on JJ's face when he slowly falls backward into the pool.
One thing we got to realize, you know, the world champion wasn't out here, but you know he is furious,
yes.
irate. He paid a lot of money not only for that night, but also for the cameramen.
Double drop kick! Well, that took his head off. That put him down. Put him in. Oh, yes.
That chant you hear for only one man, the Russian Nightmare, Nikita
Tony,
Koloff.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Who does this sound like? What you see here is a picture of a champion. Who does that sound like?
That sounds like Lex Luger to me.
Well, Luger, my shadow is not Luger. If a pair of glasses, Luger, and a few words make you a champion, Luger. You live in a fairy tale. He come out here and he say, Nikita Koloff, you are champion 1. Dusty Rhodes, you are champion 2. Well, Lex Luger, let me tell you what makes a champion. That is to go in the ring 9 after 9 after 9, Lex Luger, and defend the USA title and defeat your opponent. You hear the people out here, Lex Luger? Nikita, Nikita. The people who stand behind Nikita Koloff. The people who stand behind Dusty Rhodes. Let me tell you one more thing, Lex Luger. When you write a final chapter of your book, Lex Luger, make sure you write how it was Nikita Koloff and it was Dusty Rhodes who ended your wrestling career.
Nikita Koloff, fans, more action right after this. Paul Jones, Ivan Koloff, August 15th, a big day for you two men in Baltimore.
It's like a dream, I'm back. And let me tell you something, I'm here. I want to talk about Baltimore. Road Warriors, International World Tag Team Champions. Well, I got together my combination, the Russians, Vladimir and Ivan Koloff. And let me tell you something, this is not Nikita.
You know, you two big suckers, Road Warriors, International Tag Team Champions. You better be ready in Baltimore, Maryland. August the 5th, Saturday night. That's one thing we learned in America. Saturday night was for fighting. We're ready for you. We're going to take the titles. Vladimir has got more guts. He is bigger. He is stronger than Nikita ever dreamt of being. And this combination is going to put the Road Warriors down, embarrass them in front of all their friends in this Baltimore, Maryland. International Tag Team titles are going to be ours.
August the 15th, you count on it.
August 15th in Baltimore. Let's go to the ring, fans.
In the ring now, Heads of Stone, Ron Garvin. Woo! The guns are smoking. You see the best right here, World Championship Wrestling, the National Wrestling Alliance, and the Superstation, WTBS.
Ronnie Garvin, what a punch he's got, Dave.
Oh, I think the man made a mistake. I know the man made a mistake. He's going to find out he made a mistake. Hands of Stone, Ron Garvin puts him out. Tony, I want to get over here and talk to this man. Ladies and gentlemen, with pleasure, Ron Garvin, Jimmy Garvin, Precious. Guys, that was something else.
Well, thank you very much, Dave, and that was another fantastic win for my brother, Ronnie Garvin. And I guess everybody's seen a dream date now. The joke was supposed to be on us, Ric Flair. You're the one that came out here on national television and said you were going to embarrass the Garvin family. Well, let's see who's embarrassed now. The fact is this. He wanted a dream date with the Garvin's main squeeze, and I guess he got it. He got just what he deserved. In fact, he's probably going to get a little bit more than he deserves, because the fact is this, Flair, at first you had me after you. You had one Garvin after you. Now you have two Garvins after you. And, Pally, you better be able to take the heat, or you better get out of the kitchen, right, Ronnie?
Well, you know, he started everything. And let it be in a record that the Garvins will finish it. And Ric Flair, it's going to cost you a whole lot more than a date and a whole lot more than being embarrassed. Let me tell you, let me remind you that I've embarrassed you on national television on 3 different occasions, knocked you out. Well, I'm going to embarrass you some more. You see, I'm going to take what you got, what you cherish so much, because I'm coming. The Garvins are going to take what you got.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you see him, the Garvins, Ronnie Garvin, Jimmy Garvin, and Precious. Tony? Hey, that was some date.
It really was, David. And to recap what we have seen so far, the dream date that we had talked about and heard so much about, we saw the videotape right here on
Yeah, we got something to say. Don't be talking about what's going on and then blabbing about nothing. What I've got is a bill for $12,000 from a video production company for 2 cameras and a whole crew of people for 2 videotapes that have been stolen and shown on national television against our objections, champ. I apologize.
I'll tell you how it goes. I wasn't even going to make an appearance tonight because this doesn't warrant that type of behavior that the Garvins are bringing me forward. In other words, what you've done is you've made a very feeble attempt to embarrass
the greatest athlete in modern sports today. Me, the world champion. Now I won the day with Precious. It was cut and dried. The best man won. And Precious, you were mine, baby. You were mine. Now your family decides to go backside on me. Garvin clips me, and you think that's real funny. But the bottom line is, when your name is Ric Flair, when you're the world champion, when people around the world say he's not from here, then you get satisfaction. And the satisfaction I'm gonna get, Garvin, is I'm gonna make sure you got the title shot. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna pay to get you in the ring. And when I do, you will be mine. You understand that? You will be mine.
See you next week, fans.